spoken for, okay? So I'm not hitting on you, but I am hitting on you. Unfortunately, Martin Scorsese isn't here tonight, but that's not going to stop me from letting everyone in this room know that I would toss him around like a little Italian meatball. Thank you for laughing at that. My writers wrote it.
So two exes are actually beefing just because of their comic crack on stage, and looks like fans have some interesting conversations to say about it. Now I'm talking about Chelsea Handler and Joe Koy. Now one was apparently present at the Golden Globe Award, cracked some kind of funny joke, but it turns out that it didn't sit well with most people at the auditorium, including Taylor Swift, and the other was also at this year's Critic Choice Award, that is Chelsea Handler, and fans were actually quick to compare or do a comparison between who actually nailed it on the stage, and there was some kind of subliminals here from the camp of Chelsea, allegedly shading her ex-husband. Well, guys, I don't know, but we're actually going to delve inside this particular conversations. But honestly, they actually did so well. But my bias towards this particular two, not really biased, but one nailed it. That's the honest truth. So let's indulge you inside the comment section. So Chelsea Handler and Joe Koy apparently are trending. Now, we haven't had time to delve into this particular conversation, but let me just expound more about why these two are just trending on social media, why some fans are saying that what Chelsea said or did is quite uncalled for, like it's actually very not necessary. So she was present at this year's Critics' Choice Award, but before, her ex-husband Joe Koy had cracked a joke. I mean, was the host of the Golden Globe Award. Now there was some kind of enraged between himself and the audience over there, especially with Taylor Swift, other people who were present at the auditorium after his joke went wrong. Now he said something about Taylor Swift that didn't sit so well with many people. I'm sure the likes of Amy Schumann also commented about it on Instagram. A lot of women actually came out to say that what Joe Koy said was utterly unnecessary. Like, it was one of the most ridiculous statements to have ever come out from his mouth. Now he said that Taylor Swift is only the paparazzi or the attention apparently is only on Taylor Swift when she is present with Travis Kelce. That's what he said. It was kind of a joke form. And, at this year's Golden Globe Award, like the attention or the razzmatazz that Taylor Swift would want, she's not getting it because she's just left alone. Indirectly, she's trying to say that Taylor Swift is nothing without Travis Kelce. That's my literal understanding about it, and I'm sure that could be the reason why the women were actually rowing on social media about it. But his ex-wife was also present at this year's Critic Choice Award, and she said something. But maybe we can just check out the video first, and of course we'll come back and see exactly why fans are saying that this is a jab to her former husband. Okay, so we'll play that for you very shortly. But generally, Chelsea Handler is trending because she also performed very well at this year's Critics' Choice Award, and in the comedy relief, she says something that she actually likes older guys. And she likes older guys that are a bit, she said something. I don't want to repeat exactly what she said, so it wouldn't really sound, but I wish I could say. Basically, but it was a joke. Honestly, she said it was a joke, but you could see how people were just laughing towards her joke. And now, just opposing her joke to what Joe Koy did at this year's Golden Globe Award, you could tell the difference that one did better than the other. In fact, one was able to land their joke on a better way as compared to the other, and that was what did it for Chelsea Handler. I don't know, but the internet has been buzzing. Some people are saying that Joe Koy's presence at this year's Golden Globe Award is one of the most bizarre thing ever to have happened in Hollywood. His presentation was poor. His comedy was very poor. His jokes was actually very impoverished. Like, everything about him was just malnourished. I don't know, but let's indulge some of the reactions I did cite it on social media, so you don't say I am just fabricating things. So quickly, I did say some of the reactions. Now, this person says that Joe Koy next special is gonna be fire. So much material from this backlash. So indirectly, he's saying that Joe Koy should apparently learn from his ex-wife. Oh wow! But it's quite interesting. The both of them are actually comedians, and they broke up unfortunately. And well, It's quite interesting, isn't it? Another fan also comes here to say that I'm sure he laughed and moved on. Okay, you're talking about after the Chelsea handler, joke. Well, definitely, I'm sure he might have seen it on social media. Let me just do some interesting more comments over here before we move on. This one says that, well, that didn't take long to shade her ex. You're welcome for the material. Okay, some interesting conversations. Then I think I can do one or two. This one is coming from Ray. Ray says that it's only fitting they will boost each other's career. Well, I think so. I think so. I think this one of the most smartest thing I've ever seen. Two exes indirectly jabbing themselves in terms of comedy. Honestly, I do agree. It could literally boost them, but unfortunately, I doubt it would do same or so for Joe Coy because unfortunately, people are just livid about his utterance at this year's Golden Globe Award. People are even speculating and in fact demanding that he rendered some unqualified apology to Taylor Swift, but till now, dude is actually impervious about it. He actually is not worried about what fans are talking about. He's just living his life. That should tell you that he just doesn't care about what fans are talking about on social media. He's living his life. Well, finally, let me just do some one or two. This one comes from Caroline Candy, comes to say, the meatball joke delivery was hilarious. Okay, so I think this was also a joke from Chelsea handler at this year's Critics' Choice Award. Then finally, Jayana comes to say, "Bravo, Chelsea." Now, let me just give my opinion about Joe Coyce's joke at this year's Golden Globe Award. I feel that we take things so personal, like very serious enough. Like jokes are meant to be jokes sometimes, but I think like most often these comedians feel everyone can accept their jokes how they feel, must be sent or presented. I don't know if I'm trying to make sense, but literally you should also take into consideration that not everyone would appreciate the joke you crack. Some will take it very personal, others will feel very embarrassed about it, they'll feel a bit threatened, basically unhappy about how you land your jokes to them. Literally, let's just use the Taylor Swift example. Like, she actually had to take in some sip of drink just to apparently quench exactly what was happening to her. She looked very uncomfortable at that particular night. You could tell that if she had that kind of gusto or she had that kind of energy, she could have gone to react the same way as Will Smith did react when Rick what's the name, Rick whatever, yes, happened at this year's Oscars. Chris Rock apparently happened at this year's Oscar. So sometimes I feel like we take things so personal, and that's the thing. See, jokes are meant to be jokes, but sometimes you also have to be decorous, very professional, and yeah, that's how I have to say about it. But just opposing what Joe Coy's ex had to say at this year's Critics' Choice Award, you could see how very happy, enthused everyone was. I don't know what did the magic for her as compared to Joe. Maybe people were just not happy basically on the night because it looked as though everything was so boring on the night and there was so much pressure, anxiety at the auditorium, and there was no need for any unnecessary joke from the camp of Joe Coy, especially also that he didn't crack it to many people's expectations. So literally just maybe that didn't do the magic for him. But is he a good comedian? Yes, he is, but maybe this would be one of his negatives as a comedian. He's a good comedian. Name one of the best top 10 comedians. Maybe Joe Coy not be part of the 10 list. Maybe 20 something he actually will fit because he's actually hosted prolific shows. He's graced major platforms to host shows, and so maybe just this one didn't land so well for him. But axes jabbing each other, I think it's all for the fun of social media. As someone said, it will actually boost each other's career, and who knows, maybe he's had another gig somewhere. He actually would be wanting to come better so he doesn't look as though his jokes are impoverished, as people have been saying, or he's not funny, something like that. So that is the reason why Joe Coy and Chelsea handler are trending on social media. But the fact that she says she likes older women, that should tell that indirectly she says that Joe Coy is old. So people should just take it like that. Sometimes when you're old, things that you do, you think it's funny, but it's not funny. You sometimes talk nonsense, literally. You sometimes talk. It's like you having some andropause and you over talk, and so you end up stepping on people's toes. Literally, that's what Chelsea handler is trying to say. that she likes to date. I think I wish I could just let you know exactly what she said word by word, but maybe I can get it off my head exactly as she said it. But most of you who apparently have chanced on the video know exactly what I'm talking about. So maybe exes would have to come about what would be the expectation should Joe Cole and Chelsea Handler mount one stage to give a joke. I think this would be a very good thing to do. Even though they're exes, comedy does not know that you're an ex or your current relationship. I think joke is a joke. And maybe there have to be a competition between two exes to know exactly which of these two is better. But ask me and I'll tell you that Chelsea Handler nailed it at this year's Critics' Choice Award. Let's know exactly what you think about it also inside the comment section. Thanks for watching.